Hello all the students. Today we are presenting the second problem statement of the persistent 2020. Drop the error. So without wasting the time, let's have some joy in the programming world. Ready? Let's start. Ethan is the leader of a team with n members. He has assigned an error score to each member in his team based on the bugs that he has found in that particular team member's task. Because the error score has increased to significantly large value, he wants to give all the team members a chance to improve their error scores, thereby improving their reputation in the organization. He introduces a new rule that whenever a team member completes a project successfully, the error score of that member decreases by a count P, and the error score of all the other team members whose score is greater than 0 decreases by a count Q. Write an algorithm to help Ethan to find the minimum number of projects that the team must complete in order to make the error score of all the team members 0. It's slightly more difficult than the previous problem statements, but no worries. We can do it. If you have not clearly understood, then go back and check the problem statement again. But we summarize it now. There are n team members in the team, each having some error scores. We want to reduce the error score of each team member to 0. To reduce the error score, one of the team members has to complete the project. Then the error scores of team members will be reduced by P or Q, and the solution must use a minimum number of projects to reduce these error scores. Now let's see the input and output format. Input format: n number of team members, P error score reduction count who completes the project, Q error score reduction count of other team members. Here P is greater than Q, means जो प्रोजेक्ट कंप्लीट करेगा उसके एरर्स पहले ज़्यादा घटेंगे दैन दी अदर टीम मेंबर्स. नाउ द नेक्स्ट देर आर n error scores of each team members. So now output format is output is given with the minimum number of projects completed by team members. Now look at the test case. Here n number of team members is 3, P is 4, means the team member who will complete the project, then that team member's error score will be reduced by 4. Q is 1, means other team members error score will be reduced by 1. One important thing we need to keep in mind is error scores cannot be less than 0. So 0 is the lowest error score, and our task is to make the error score of each team member 0. Next line, error scores of 3 team members are given: 6, 4, 1. For this test case, output is 3. How this output comes 3? Let's see. Now focus on the explanation. Assume that there are 3 team members are A, B, C. Initially their score is 6, 4, 1. So here a minimum number of projects should be used to reduce the error score. So the team member with the maximum error score should complete the project. Now check who has the maximum error score. Here A has a maximum error score 6. So we select team member A to complete a project. A's error score is reduced by 4, becomes 2, and other team members are B and C, so their error scores are reduced by 1 and become 3, 0 respectively. The updated error score of the team members will be 230 after the completion of first project. Now B has maximum score 3. We select member B to complete the next project successfully. Then B's error score is reduced by 3, not by 4, because recall, error score cannot go below 0. Now A's error score is reduced by 1, becomes 1. As C's error score is already 0, it remains the same. So the updated error score of team members are 1 0 0 after completion of 2 projects. Now only A is having the non-zero error score, so we select team member A to complete the next project. The updated score of the team will be 0 0 0 after the completion of 3 projects. So here we stop. So the team member needs to complete 3 projects to make the error score of all the team members 0. So the output of the test case is 3. Now we start writing the next things to be done in the program. Okay, so let's start. First, to accept the input values n, p, q and n team members error scores in the array. Now second, to check whether these error scores are 0 or not. Third, to find the team member with the maximum error score. Next, to find the reduction of error score for each member and update the error score. Fifth, to update the project count, and then next we repeat this step number 2 and 5 till error score becomes 0. And the last, to display the project count, which is the output. Now we start with the actual coding and we start discussing the modules in the coding. So let's declare the variables n, number of team members, p, error score to be deducted from the team member who completed the project, q, error score to be deducted from the other team members. Error score is the array which stores error score of each team member. Error sum is summation of all team members current error score, so it is initialized to 0. Project count is used to store the number of projects completed, which is our output. The significance of declaration, index, big, reduction variables will be explained to you later. Now we accept some input, these input values from the users. Now error score is the array will store the error score of all the team members. Now we maintain error sum variable which stores the sum of all current error scores of the members. Error sum variable is initialized to 0. For loop here scans each team member's error score and add to error sum. So after execution of n iterations, can anybody guess what will be the output of error sum? Yes, you guess it correct. So the error sum variable will store the value 6, 4 plus 1, that is equal to 11, right? So now why we are adding all the error scores? Think on it. You are absolutely right. Observe the bottom row. We stop deducting p and q values from the team members error score, means we conclude when error score of all the team members becomes 0. So instead of checking each team member's error score in each iteration, we just check this error sum variable value. Whenever error sum variable is equal to 0, that indicates every team member's error score is 0. Now we find the team member with the maximum error score using for loop. So variable big is initialized to the first error score value and index is initialized to 0. After the execution of for loop, the big variable stores maximum error score and index variable stores the team members, that particular team member. Okay. The project count is initialized to 0. So here we don't know how many projects we require to make error score 0. So we use the while loop. Just remember presently that the while loop will execute till the condition error sum is greater than 0. We reduce the non-zero error scores only. So first we check if current error score is non-zero or not. If yes, then only we go ahead to find out its reduction count. Index variable stores the maximum error score team member. So check out whether index is matched. If it gets matched, then we go for P reduction, otherwise we go for Q reduction. Okay, so now if yes, means there is a possibility that either current error score is greater than or equal to P or less than P. Now let's see the example in the tabular form. Now P is equal to 4. So if error score of A would have been 6, then the reduction should be done by value 4. If the error score of A would have been 3, then reduction should be done by 3, not by 4. So the condition whether the error score is greater than or less than P should be checked, and accordingly reduction factor needs to be decided. If current error score is greater than P, reduce the error score by P, so P is assigned to reduction variable, else current error score itself is assigned to the reduction variable. For other team members who have not completed the project, then the index is not matched with that particular value. So here exactly same logic can be applied for with the value of reduction Q. So if it is greater than Q, then Q is assigned, otherwise current error score is assigned to the reduction. From current error score and error reduction variable, it is deducted that, and till the condition mentioned earlier in while loop, that is error sum equal to 0. Now in this way each team member's score gets updated in each loop. Error sum variable also gets reduced with each reduction. So the project count is incremented by 1 for each loop. So this continues until error sum value becomes 0, which indicates all team members have error score 0. So I think now it's clear for everyone, and then we come out of the loop when error sum is equal to 0 and print the project count. It's almost time to announce the winner. Oh no guys, one more competitor is just behind you. Come on, you have to win. Hush, guys, don't take rest. Still we need to develop the test case and apply the logic to check our or to test our program. So at least one test case we design here. So in this test case, 5 is the number of team members, 3 is the P, so who will complete the project. His error score is deducted by 3, and 2 is for other team members reduction factor. Now actual error scores are 10, 4, 6, 9, 12. So now let's see explanation. So output we expect here 5. So let's see the explanation. So initially this A, B, C, D, E 5 team members with 10, 4, 6, 9, 12 error scores. So maximum error score is 12. E is having maximum error score. So here we decide that E will complete the project. So E's error score will be reduced by 3 and becomes 9, and other team members error score reduced by 2. So that's why they become 8, 2, 4, 7 respectively. Now we again check for the maximum error score. So here maximum score किसका है? E, right? So E is again selected to complete the project. So E's error score is reduced by 3 and it becomes 6, and other team members error scores are 6, 0, 2, 5 respectively. Now again we find out maximum error score. So here maximum error score, A and E both are having the same error score, and that is the maximum 6. So here you can select either A or E, it doesn't matter, but here I select the A. So A is selected to complete the project, so its error score becomes 3 and others error score respectively becomes 0, 0, 3, 4. Now the same we apply here. E is having maximum error score. Then we go for next iteration. We deduct each error score by 3 and other error scores by 2, and the resultant becomes 1 0 0 1 1. So here A, D and E having the same error score, and that is the maximum one, which is 1. So here you can select any of these to complete the project. So A or D or E will complete the project, and finally their project scores become all zeros. So here the number of projects we need to complete to make all these error scores become 0 is 5. So we give this input to our code and check the output. Yes, it gives the correct output. So you can use other techniques to solve this problem. As long as they give you the correct output within expected time limit, no issues at all. So I hope you liked our video. Please click on the like button and subscribe to our channel, and write in the comment section if you have any query, any suggestion, or you can rate this problem statement on the scale of 1 to 5. 1 for easy and 5 is for difficulty. You can also write down the topic on which you want the next video. Bye bye, sayonara. See you soon in the next video in the next week. Thank you.